Detroit rapper and reality TV personality Amy Luciani is opening up about what she says has been a heartbreaking and chaotic marriage to former NBA star Dwight Howard. In an emotional moment that's now making rounds online, Luciani broke down in tears while talking about the struggles inside their relationship. According to Luciani, things have gotten so serious that Child Protective Services allegedly stepped in and took custody of her daughter. Luciani says she actually tried to leave the marriage early on. She claims that just 6 months in, she was ready to file for divorce. But people around her reportedly told her that marriage takes patience and encouraged her to stay and work things out. Now, 14 months later, Luciani says the situation has turned into what she describes as a nightmare. The controversy is also bringing renewed attention to past claims from Royce Reed, Howard's ex and the mother of one of his children, who has spoken publicly for years about her own experience.
Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of Viral. I'm your host as always, Kendrick Dixon. Glad you can join us here on Viral. We talk about former NBA player Dwight Howard and his wife are heading to Divorceville again. But Dwight's wife, Amy, his ex-wife, had revealed some substance online that many call question that what's going on with Dwight in his marriage and his problems when it comes to substance. We'll get to the minute, but first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Viral here on Connect, and don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe as can. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. Here on Viral, we talk about former NBA player Dwight Howard and his wife Amy Luciani, better known from Love and Hip Hop. Amy revealed online that her and Dwight are having serious marriage problems, and she's saying that Dwight is not really being himself and showed a bag of this substance. What is really going on? Well, let's get to the latest right here, right now.
Former NBA superstar Dwight Howard is making headlines again, but this time it's not about basketball. It's about his marriage falling apart. Detroit rapper and reality TV personality Amy Luciani is now speaking out emotionally about what she describes as a chaotic relationship behind closed doors. In a tearful moment circulating online, Luciani claims she tried to leave the marriage just 6 months in, but was encouraged by people around her to stay and work things out. Now, more than a year later, she says the situation has spiraled into what she calls a nightmare, even alleging that the turmoil led to Child Protective Services stepping in and taking custody of her daughter. The controversy is also bringing renewed attention to long-standing claims from Howard's ex, Royce Reed, who has spoken publicly for years about her own experiences with the former NBA champion. So what really went wrong in this relationship, and why are so many people saying the warning signs were there all along?
Yes, Dwight Howard has reported that he's saying that that's not his substance, and his wife is just making up stuff. The wife saying his ex-wife stand by and saying like, "Hey, this is him. He's trying to put it on me." Well, we know they've been on this road before. Remember, we did a video prior. You can see right here. This is the video on the link right here that Dwight Howard and his wife was going through, and then they reconciled and stuff. But she was initially ain't trying to get a divorce, but now things now really are heading to Splitfield after we saw what that. Let's hear what you people had to say. You people had a lot to say about Dwight Howard and his wife getting a divorce and then their ongoing marital issues as well as Ruggs playing a part. Let's hear what you people had to say on what people say.
It's everybody else's fault? Wow! So you just don't think any of us fell for the antics either, right? None of us fell for the narcissism. Are you fucking crazy, Amy? Amber? What is it? Like, are you serious right now? You called me crazy, right? You said I was jealous. You said I wanted him when it's always been about the damn kids. And now you want to sit here and cry and sit here and be like, it's because of what everybody else did to him. No, it's because of what he does to people. Shit, I image. Let's call Royce crazy, and people will believe it because I'm baby Jesus. Girl, shut up.
CPS because of her father. CPS and the police have been here 3 times in less than 3 months, and I stood in it with my husband, even though I was scared for my own self. Whatever he wanted me to say, whatever it was, I'm thinking this is my husband. I had everybody around me saying, even after I tried to divorce him the first time, everybody around me says, you can't leave your husband this soon. You said through sickness, through health, through this, you said through good or bad. That's why I came back, but this is going way too far. But it's not even about me, it's about the kids. The stuff that I have to go through with he had him lying. I recorded it. He was coaching our son to lie on me, and I had to record it. And it's this shit. I try to tell everybody he needs some help, and ain't nobody wanna fucking listen because he got the money. I kept saying, whatever, y'all don't understand. I live with him. He needs some help. And this is it. This is what I'm fucking losing my fucking marriage to. This shit right here. I told everybody, y'all gotta help him. He is spiraling. I'm in here with him. I'm trying to love him through it. I was gonna run out the door. I was gonna leave him. But everybody told me, don't leave him. He's struggling. I stayed, but not this year. We got the police involved. CPS, you lying on me. You making up alibis. You got our son, my stepson, lying. And thank God I recorded it. And he innocent in this, but you said just to protect yourself, you would take anybody out, including me, and I can't let you do it no more.
So Amy Luciani, Dwight Howard's wife, is on the internet saying that he is the reason why her child just got picked up by CPS. She's saying that substance abuse is a big problem, and she's holding the substance in her hand like it's some sugar, like it's some baby powder, but it's really the stuff.
I'm fucking losing my fucking marriage to this shit. This shit right here.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack. What in the Lean On Me is going on? What in the David Ruffin special is going on? That's a big bag. That's why I use for my Doritos when I want to take them from home. Those are the bags my granny used to use to season chicken and let it sit in. Like, that's a big bag of crack. It really is. Crack is what? Amy also said Dwight was coaching the children to lie on her to CPS. And then as soon as I saw this, I knew Royce was somewhere close by because she really don't like Dwight Howard and been saying all this stuff a long time ago.
Now you want to speak because he brought you into it? Girl.
And I see people in the comments saying that Royce is bitter and she shouldn't have said nothing. But I mean, Royce been saying this since basketball-wise, and they've been trying to call her crazy and gaslight her. So she like, nah, I'm going to say what I got to say. But how y'all feel about this? This crazy. Let's talk in the comments.
Nah. Either Dwight Howard took F them kids to a whole nother level, or somebody is lying. Because being at a Lakers versus Knicks game after your kids just got taken is out of control. Insane work.
Dwight Howard.
And I'm trying to figure out why the crowd is going wild. Why is everybody cheering? Did he get his kids back? Did we miss a chapter? Because I don't understand why y'all are giving this man a round of applause. He just got his kids taken, allegedly. Now I'm feeling like either he don't care about them kids or she really the one that's on that stuff. And she can't be around them kids, and she was trying to get to the internet before he did. But in her defense, he do look like he on something. He looked like He looked like he's on some stuff. But if not, somebody need to tell him that's not what we meant when we said F them kids. We wasn't talking about this. Like, this is too far.
Ciao. So Amy Luciani, Dwight Howard's wife of like 14 months, barely even a year, has once again taken to social media to discuss her marital issues. So Amy comes onto her Instagram with a key of, and basically tells us that Dwight Howard has a rug issue and that her stepdaughter, his daughter, has been removed from the home due to CPS involvement, and that Dwight was coaching her stepson, his son, on how to basically do alibis against her or speak against her. I'm not sure, but it seems like they're having quite a few issues within their marital home. Mind you, when the news of Amy filing for divorce 6 months into her marriage with Dwight Howard came out, she came onto social media and basically told everyone to mind their motherfucking business, that she's gonna stick beside her man, and this is why all of us are single, miserable, and unwed, because we don't know how to keep our mouth shut. So, Amy, sister, I'm going to have to just sit this one out. Good luck to you and that man. I hope that you can get him the help that he needs, and I hope y'all can figure out your little situation. But it's really not the internet's business, because you're not about to get back up on the internet after you take him back to yell at us to mind our business after you aired him out once again. Like, I'm kind of tired of y'all doing that. So I'm going to need you to figure it out with between his family and friends. Leave us out of it. And you already know that Royce Reed had to rise up out of bed to enter the chat, because she also tried to warn Amy, and Amy basically went on an online rant saying that she was going to fight her and she needs to shut the fuck up and she doesn't know shit and she ain't shit and she's bitter. Mind you, Royce has been keeping her foot on Dwight's neck for years, since she was on Basketball Wives in the early 2000s. Like, she's been telling us about this man. So I'm at the point where any woman who messes with this DL, angry, abusive, deadbeat POS, I can't help you. At this point, it's up to you, sis. You're going to have to figure it out, because the allegations have been out here about this man for years, and women and men alike, have been trying to warn you about this man. And I guess the money is more important than your safety and this man being DL. So anyway, if you've seen this video or the multiple videos she has now posted about Dwight, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and mind my business, because I have a feeling she's going to get back on this app in like a week or so or month or so and tell us to shut the fuck up and mind our business, and we're bitter and single. So I'm going to do what I'm told. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Hip-hop star Amy Luciani and Dwight Howard's current wife takes to her IG page to cry out for help. Hey guys, it's your girl Jen Trey Hay, and this is actually really sad. A few hours ago, Amy took to her IG page to basically cry out to the public about the issues that she's having at home with her husband, Dwight Howard, and his children. This is what she had to say.
To know me, you know I am so prideful and so private. It hurt me so bad to have to even protect myself in this type of way. But my marriage has landed me in a very dangerous position. My stepdaughter was just taken by CPS because of her father. CPS and the police have been here 3 times in less than 3 months, and I stood in it with my husband, even though I was scared for my own self. Whatever he wanted me to say, whatever it was, I'm thinking this is my husband. I had everybody around me saying, even after I tried to divorce him the first time, everybody around me says, you can't leave your husband this soon. You said through sickness, through health, through this, you said through good or bad. That's why I came back, but this is going way too far.
Whew, that is really sad. I'm not sure what's going on. Her focal point, if you listen to the whole 3-minute interview, is about the children, watching the children. These are not her biological kids. These are her stepchildren, but obviously there's something going on. So I really hope she gets out of the situation. Leaving toxic situations can be hard, but if it's time, it's time, because staying with your marriage and him doing crazy stuff is just going to drive you crazy.
Amy Luciani, you made your bed, now you want the rest of us to lay in it? Amy Luciani, you made your bed, now you want the rest of us to lay in it. This whole situation brings me back to those Instagram lives with Royce Reed. She told you just like goddamn Whoopi Goldberg, you gon' see, and you ain't listen. Now you sitting in the car pouring out powder on your hand, talking about my relationship been demeaned to this. First of all, why would you show that on live? I don't understand how you even came with the gumption. You got props while you crying out. Now, sidebar, not to be in your business and not to act like I know nothing about the streets, but judging by the cloudiness of that bag, that wasn't the best or the purest at all. Matter of fact, that probably was some Reddit rock they broke down and served y'all. And don't be putting nothing on your hand trying to act like you wiping boogers. We know when you sneaking and geeking on camera in front of us. We know you indeed, you depressed. Not that I would know anything about that. Horrible grade. I digress. I understand CPS involved. You feel bad that your stepchild been took it. But I don't think you're supposed to show that. They just left your damn house. Listen, Amy said things with her and Dwight ain't as peachy as we thought it was at that All-Star game on the sideline when they was cuddled up. As if we didn't know that. But at the end of the day, like she said, that's their relationship and she don't want nobody in their business. Well, Amy, you got to deal with the monster that you've been taming. Second sidebar, I know Mozzie in front of a gas station is selling his goddamn merch and smiling from ear to ear. Mozzie, get in there, my boy. I digress again. We'll see where this goes. Royce Reed already having a field day. I'll update y'all. We get some more info. Look like ain't gonna be no more info to get after that little escapade last night. I'm just here to bring y'all the news. I'm just a messenger.
Dwight Howard's wife or ex-wife or Soppy, whatever the lady is, she got on live, bro. She had a bag of like drugs and she was blaming the drugs and all this craziness. And then like, I guess he has a baby mama or a side girl or whatever. And all these stories are coming out about how he used to party, how he used to have certain people in the house, like freaky time stuff, how he used to have crazy parties with crazy people while his wife and kids were in the house. And now you want to get on TikTok and get some sympathy points? Listen, man, I see straight through the BS with most people. There's no way you're on live screaming about the BS. You lived through this. That's why a lot of times when people get on here with like they want sympathy votes, you get none from me because I understand the intricacies of life, bro. And that's what gets me. When y'all say, "No, that man tricked me. He was for the first 3 years he was perfect, and then that last year he got crazy." All right. All right. I know a liar when I see one. He just changed. Nah, bro. There was probably a point where you was doing drugs with him. Now you want to settle down because it's getting too crazy and he not calming down. Now you want us all to believe that he's a crazy person. That's just not how anything goes in life. Like, I don't doubt that she's telling the truth. All I'm saying is, why are we just now hearing about it? We been knew he like boy butt. We been knew that. We been knew that. Hella scandals and all that. I'm gonna be real. I didn't even know cuz was married. I had no clue Dwight Howard was married at all. I knew more about the weird stuff than I did about his marriage. So you think his wife didn't know he was crazy and all that was going on? If John Cannon did? Bro, watch out.
Man, let's talk about Dwight Howard and his wife, right? And I know my beard ain't brushed because I just woke up in the morning, I'm sun-glazed. I'm letting the sun hit my beautiful black chocolate, bright chocolate skin. But never mind that. The fact that you got a bag of powder in y'all house, I'm gonna say y'all house, trying to expose the person that you sleep with every single night. You knew he was doing this shit when you first met him, after you met him. And all I'm gonna say is, monkey see, monkey do. You were doing this shit too. I'm just saying. That nigga had a big bag of this shit. And you not finna sit here and tell me that you just see him watching him do it and ain't doing it with him. I'm telling y'all, when you get so much money in life, I don't understand what makes people just drift off to drugs. It's like they got everything they ever wanted. Oh, let me go try this drug right here. Let me go try this over here. Let me go try. Let me go to the powder house party. And what got to me is the fact that you get on the internet, the wife get on the internet talking about we need to help him, we need to check on him, we need to do this for him. You the one sleeping with him. How we gonna make somebody do something and we don't even know the nigga? We just know his name, Dwight Howard. That's it. We never met the dude, never seen him in person. So what the hell we supposed to do? That's your nigga, nobody else. Then you crying on the internet, blowing snot bubbles, and want everybody to feel sorry for y'all. Y'all the crackheads, not us. We sitting back entertaining the shit. He said he was bisexual at first. He liked the guy. You still married that nigga. Now you been knew he was doing that powder shit or whatever that shit was. Now all of a sudden too much for you. You not finna sit here and act like you ain't know your husband was buying that powder. The man got a whole Ziploc bag.
Ladies and gentlemen, now they saying Dwight Howard is filed for divorce, from his wife or whatever, you know what I mean? And that's, hey man, yeah. Cause it's sad either way. Divorce is, well, kind of, I don't know, you know what I mean? Either you getting a divorce cause she lying, and got out here and got everybody thinking one thing, because you never know. People run a play real quick. If somebody is trying to divorce you and get your money, they'll go to the internet and say anything about you and then turn around and be like, oh, see, this the proof right here. He was doing X, Y, and Z. Because that would be the only reason why somebody would make a video and pull out a whole bag of booger sugar in a video and be like, here, I got the evidence right here. This is the problem. That would make a lot of sense. I'm not saying that's what you did. I'm just saying that make a lot of sense. Because anybody get on doggone camera, oh, Lord, he's just a terrible person. And it's this right here. This is the problem. All that. I don't know who in their right mind would put that on the internet. And that's right. Because that's possession right there. That's what that is. You claiming that it's somebody else's, but you in the car with the whole bird. Look like about an eighth. I don't just, but I'm saying, that might have been the case. You never know. Or is, he had to make a choice. It's either you or the booger sugar. And if he doing what you saying he done chose the booger sugar. So y'all have a nice day.
Hey, check this out, man. I got a question for you guys, right? I know all y'all seen that video with Dwight Howard wife with that big old bag of yayo, right? I gotta admit, bro, man, she ride around with a 1.25 or a quarter brick, a soft. Now, one thing I noticed about that bag, bro, a lot of that shit was sticking on the side of the bag, man. So it got to be some type of cut or something in there, man. It wasn't pretty. It's cut all up because it's all on the bag. But still, it looked like it's about a quarter brick for a baby, bro. At least for a baby. Could be a little bit more. But what y'all think, man? How much y'all think she was riding around with, bro? Because, man, that's a lot of goddamn coke to be snoring up out of her, man. A foreign baby, that's your personal? You snoring out a personal of a 9-piece, Dwight? You go cop a quarter of a brick for personal use? I mean, I don't know, bro. That's a lot of snorting, dog. You one of them throwback snorters from the 80s, early 90s. Shit. But how much y'all think she was riding around with, man? For real, man. That was a lot of goddamn coke in that bag, dog. For real.
I'm really just coming on here to address the rumors. Personally, I don't know why y'all even care. What I do in my bedroom is my business. Now, I'm not saying it's true, but they're accusations. I don't get why people are calling me a 7-foot zest lord, a sassy warrior. If I choose to have dicks in my bed,
We not gonna sit here and act like we ain't see Dwight Howard wife get on live with all that coke in that bag. Let's not sit here and play like this shit is normal. By the looks of it, Dwight Howard had more coke in his house than Scarface had. And then to make shit worse, she's taking coke out the bag, pulling it out and look at this shit right here. She said, I try to tell everybody he needs some help, but ain't nobody trying to listen because he got the money. You know damn well ain't nobody trying to listen. If he got all that coke in the house, the parties he having, man, listen. The only thing people coming to their crib for is the snow and the snow only. Apparently, all she wanted Dwight to do was clean up his act. Dwight said, yo, listen, I ain't cleaning up my act, and I'm leaving. Dwight filed for divorce. Dwight wants out the mansion. Of course he gonna want out the mansion. You telling everything. And the crazy thing about that is, people were trying to warn her from before. His son came out and said he got a problem. The lady before her came out and said he got a problem. But guess what? That's his problem. His prerogative. And apparently, Dwight want to do what Dwight want to do. So let Dwight do what Dwight want to do and just leave and make yourself better. Because Dwight don't want to fix Dwight. Get it? Dwight don't want to fix Dwight. The booger sugar. The snow. Dwight love the snow.
I may be out of sight, but I damn sure ain't out the loop. Child, Dwight Howard done sat there and said, let me go run down to this goddamn courthouse and let me file for this goddamn divorce first. Child, we all knew that this whole divorce thing, this whole relationship that them two had going on was a whole fluke. Hell, even I'd seen it, and I am legally fucking blind. So, as we all know, he went down to the goddamn divorce office and he had filed for a divorce, saying that he want property of all his things that he had before he got with Amy, y'all. And not only that, he had decided they need a mutual damn restraining order. Period. This is my whole 2 cents on the whole thing with Amy, because she knew that it was a whole big ass joke when she was just dating him and decided, boom, let me get married after 3 months of knowing him. 2, I ain't saying like that's a bad thing, because I have seen a lot of people getting married after 3 months, but with all these allegations, girl. 2, we knew that this whole divorce wasn't going to work, because for the simple fact that after 6 months of being married, they went and got a divorce. Well, went and filed for a divorce, y'all, because they just couldn't do it no damn more. And decided, let me just make this marriage work for my husband. Let me sit and let me help my husband. Girl, this man on dope motherfucking dog food. You think he care about anything but his motherfucking self. Child, that relationship was a whole goddamn mess. She should have just stayed with goddamn Mozzie. Period.
This is what I'm losing my husband to. This is what I'm losing my husband to. And I keep telling everybody he needs some help, but they don't want to listen. This is what I'm losing my husband to. And every day, I'm telling everybody he needs help. Now he got his son, my stepson, telling lies on me. Now he got CPS involved. This is what it's all about. And I tried to tell y'all. I tried to tell everybody, but nobody want to listen because he got money. Because he got money, y'all don't want to listen. But this is how I'm losing my husband. And I live with him, so I see him sit there and do it with him every day. He's doing this every day. And because I live with him and I see him doing it. I see him doing it every day. And I can't do this shit no more. I can't do this shit no more.
You people didn't hold back one bit. You people let it be known, and some of you people said, hey, Dwight Howard ain't on what he seems to be. And some people point out that his ex-wife might not be seen who she might be. We don't want to frame it, but that's what the streets are talking. So we're just going by what the streets are saying. But hopefully, if it's true, they both need to get help. And we're hoping, they're praying and stuff like that. Well, you people let it be known. So for me being Kendra Dick saying so long, thanks for watching. Wow.